We continue our reading of Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami with nectar commentary by Anantadas Babaji. Verse 44. O Devi, when he touches your lowered shoulders in the rasa dance, Krishna, the enemy of Mura, looks like a full moon, Kalanidhi, shining with an abundance of lust. O Kalavati, artistic girl, when will this maidservant joyfully place a garland of sweet jasmine flowers surrounded by wandering hummingbees on those shoulders? O Devi, when he touches your lowered shoulders in the rasa dance, Krishna, the enemy of Mura, looks like a full moon, Kalanidhi, shining with an abundance of lust. O Kalavati, artistic girl, when will this maidservant joyfully place a garland of sweet jasmine flowers surrounded by wandering humming bees on these shoulders? Explanation by Babaji. When the vision of the previous verse disappears, Shri Raghunath Das prays for direct service. After applying Shri Radhika's footlock, he now proceeds with hanging a jasmine garland surrounded by sweetly humming bees around her neck. How many beautiful pastimes Tulasi remembers when she hangs these sweet jasmine garland, this sweet jasmine garland on her shoulders. When she calls her Kalavati, she perceives the Rasa Lila. How sweet are Shrimati's shoulders when she dances the rasa, and she is embraced by Rasa Vilasi's Krishna, the enjoyer of the rasa dance, strong arms. How many arts Shyamasundar shows. That's why he is called Kalanidhi, the ocean of arts. And Radhika is called a Kalavati, the artistic girl.
Done.
Again, you say, Gurudev?
Krishna, how they say Kalabhushan.
Kalavati.
Radha and Krishna, Kalabhushan. Kalavati is for Radhika, but Krishna.
Kalanidhi, the ocean of arts.
Kalanidhi.
Yes. Krishna is the ocean of arts, and Radhika is the artistic girl.
Mm. Ah,
Rasavati, tasty Radhika, sports with the greatest Rasika, Krishna, in the wonderful artistic Rasa Leela. How many cupids faint when they see their beauty? The Kadamba trees provide a cool shade, and their flowers give a nice scent. Krishna plays his enchanting Murali flute, holding it to his sweet lips that are the friends of the beautiful Banduka flower, while millions of gopis worship his moon-like face with the blue lotus flowers of their eyes. Although there are millions of gopis in the rasa dance, Kalavati Radha gets special attention. A sweet remembrance of this rasa festival awakens in Tulasi's heart. And she infuses that relish in Swamini's heart. One person's feelings are thus transferred to another person's heart. Just as a person can have devotion infused within his heart by associating with a great devotee. The devotee should serve Swamini and make her float on the waves of the proper moods at the same time. How can we serve like this unless our hearts are qualified for these feelings? We must transfer this joy to the heart of Mahabhav personified Shri Radhika. So we, the devotee, must realize the ras in our own hearts and transfer it to Swamini so that she can float on the waves of those emotions. I repeat this line. Although there are millions of gopis in the rasa dance, Kalavati Radha gets special attention. A sweet remembrance of this rasa festival awakens in Tulasi's heart, and she infuses that relish in Swamini's heart. So the Mantri puts into Swamini's heart the pleasure she has of thinking about the rasa dance. One person's feelings are thus transferred to another person's heart. just as a person can have devotion infused within his heart by associating with a great devotee. The devotee should serve Swamini and make her float on the waves of the proper moods at the same time. How can we serve like this unless our hearts are qualified for these feelings? We must transfer this joy to the heart of Mahabhav personified, Shri Radhika. We serve Shringar, Krishna, the personification of the transcendental erotic flavors, through Mahabhav, Shri Radha, the personification of the greatest ecstatic love. And we serve Mahabhav through Shringar. Srila Narottam Thakur Mahashaya sings, the love of Radha and Krishna is purer than gold, molten 100,000 times. And this love makes high waves in the ocean of Ras. Let us relish this prem with our chakora bird-like eyes and meditate on this transcendental Kama, Cupid Krishna, and Rati, Radhika, for they are the friends of ecstatic love. Narottam Das continues, Shri Radhika is Krishna's dearmost beloved. She is basically in opposition to him, and she is very enchanting, having the luster of a golden Keshara flower. Her red sari shows her passionate love for Krishna, and her silken blue outer garments are very enchanting, decorated with jeweled ornaments. Drink their nectarian forms and pastimes with your eyes, and sing their glories, being their female assistant absorbed in bliss. Nicely serve Kishore Kishori, who are unknown to the Vedic rules and who sit on a jeweled platform. Babaji writes, when we serve the Mahavani, the great words of the Acharyas, in our hearts will become qualified. The Vani itself will bring the qualification. In Prema Bhakti Chandrika, we read, only in the company of devotees one can blissfully discuss Krishna's Rasika pastimes in Braj in a loving, devotional way. This process of hearing, chanting, and remembering the Rasic pastimes of Braj is again illuminated by the best devotional practice. Nama Sankirtan, Nam Sankirtan, Shri Sanatana Goswami teaches in Bhagavatamrita, from devotional service that consists of meditating on the Vraj pastimes and singing about them, which is illuminated by Nam Sankirtan of the beloved, Vraj Prem will arise. On this, Sri Sanatana himself comments, although Ghan or singing is the same as Nam Sankirtan of the beloved, it is still mentioned separately because it is the most intimate item of loving devotional practice. Or the Nam Sankirtan of the beloved is separately mentioned because that is the definition of the treasure of Prem. The word Natam Sayo in the verse brings Swamini's beautiful shoulders on the path of our memories. How sweet are Shri Radhika's shoulders during the Rasa Leela. Her shoulders are lowered because Rasa Vilasi, Shyamasundar, keeps his big rod-like arms on them. How many arts of Shyamasundar are revealed? Kalavati Shri Radha, Kalanidhi Shri Krishna. Artistic Radha and Shyam. How beautiful is their expert meeting. Without accepting the mood of a maidservant, this beauty is hard to imagine. In his narration of the Rasa Leela, Sri Shuka Muni has certainly mainly described Nayika Bhav, the relationship of independent heroines with Sri Krishna. But it is not that he did not mention Sakhi Bhav, the mood of the gopis who prefer to arrange for Radha and Krishna's meetings over their meetings with Krishna at all. Manjaris are a kind of Sakhis. They are dedicated to devotional service alone. It cannot be conclusively ascertained from the verses of Srimad Bhagavat Purana whether there were manjaris present during the rasa dance or not. But Shira Kavi Kanapura writes in Ananda Vrindavan Champu, his elaboration on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, about anucharis, or maidservants in the rasa dance. And Srimad Rupa Goswami has written a verse in his Utkalika Valari, Stava, about manjaris in the Rasa Leela and about their superiority over the Sakhis. Here is the verse. When will my heart be filled with pride as I see from afar how Keshava leaves all the lotus-eyed girls of Braj at the beginning of the rasa dance in Vrindavan and takes you to a lonely place where he, under your command, decorates you with flowers.
In her command, decorating Radhika with flowers, and Krishna is decorating in her command, Radhika's command. She is telling you do this, and she is different of service.
Mm.
Because Manjari knows what she needs, and Krishna has no idea what to do. So he is learning by the Radhika uh, order, or command means order, right?
Mm. Does it mean that Krishna has Manjari Bhav?
That's the point. Adi did a four canto, always I say. Krishna come as Chaitanya to release the Manjari, because he cannot understand the love of Radhika in Radha Krishna pastime. He knows like a lover to understand, but how she has this love and feeling, this was foreigner to him, so he want to learn this mood from Radha. He want to be Manjari Bhav.
Hey, Radhe. Wherever Shrimati is, there are her maidservants, following her like her shadow. Shrimati cannot keep anything.
There's no existence of Manjari if he is not near to him. Because shadow cannot possible without original. Original, because of original, shadow happening of original. So Manjari is like this. The moment we forget to Radhika, our feeling finished. So we have to always near to her. Then my existence can be there.
Wherever Shrimati is, there are her maidservants, following her like her shadow. Shrimati cannot keep anything secret from them, for they are none different from her life and her body. Srila Raghunathas Goswami says, each limb of Krishna, the ocean of arts, is blazing with desire to unite with each limb of the artistic girl, Shri Radhika. He is, after all, the embodiment of transcendental erotic flavor.
Wow. Yeah.
Each limb of Krishna, the ocean of arts, is blazing with desire to unite with each limb of the artistic girl Shri Radhika. He is, after all, the embodiment of the transcendental erotic flavor. This desire is not mundane, selfish desire. Srila Jiva Goswami writes about the opening verse of the Rasa Lila chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam as follows. Although the Lord is Atmarama, or self-satisfied, and Aptakama, completely fulfilled, devotional love can still awaken desires within his heart. The Lord can do anything to increase the ecstasy of his loving devotees and to accept the service rendered by them. His main purpose is to fulfill the desires of the beautiful girls of Raj and the gopis by them. And the gopis' only purpose is to make their beloved happy. To reveal this supreme truth, Srimad Bhagavatam relates the Rasa Lila of the Lord and the Vraj Sundaris in 5 chapters that are like the 5 life heirs of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Krishna can have anything he wants. All his desires are satisfied. And yet, Radhika makes him desire more. Radhika creates more desire in him. He who has all his desires fulfilled. Now Babaji explains, of all these loving girls, Srimati Radhika is supreme and unrivaled. She is the crown jewel of gopis. And no one can make Krishna enjoy so much as her. Ujjvala, shining Krishna's abundant lust, makes him yearn for playful pastimes with Shri Radha. There are other consorts also, but Krishna's mind is fixed on Shri Radhika. And although millions of gopis dance wonderfully during the Rasa dance, Krishna's gaze is fixed on Shri Radha. How wonderfully sweet are these pastimes. As it says in Gita Govinda, he embraces one gopi, he kisses one gopi, and he makes love with another gopi. And Babaji explains, he can please everyone, but only Shri Radhika can please him.
Wow.
That is her speciality.
He can please everyone, But Radhika can please.
Ah.
So how Radhika please me this type of love she has for me. She wants to learn this in the form of Chaitanya.
She is Kalavati, an artistic girl indeed. Her lowered shoulders show that she has met Shyamasundar. His left arm rests on her shoulder, and this makes her very blissful. Tulasi's expert narration crystallizes the flavors of the rasa dance before Mahabhavamayi Radha. Tulasi immerses Kishori Mani's mind in the Leela Ras, prattling, saying, now his arm rests on your shoulders. If I hang this jasmine garland on them now, it may ultimately break. Anyway, let it break. Its only purpose is anyway to make Shyam attracted to you and to make him touch you. Blessed is this maidservant who can make Swamini happy like her. Who can make Swamini happy like her? She won't just hear any old topic. If it suits her mood, she will hear it. Otherwise, not.
Again, Swami, not here.
Okay. Blessed is this maidservant. Who can make Swamini happy like her? She won't just hear any old topic. If it suits her mood, she will hear it. Otherwise, not.
This is also one good quality that many people, many users stop talking, knowing, hearing Manjari. They are not interested to hear that. But is not in that mood. Because some
Babaji continues, Mahaprabhu.
Radhe Radhe. Can I just say something? It means Gurudev here that every new meeting is Purvarag, so it's ever fresh, and this is something what maid servants like, so what Manjari like, that every new meeting of Radha and Mohan is always new and always fresh, always filled with some new feelings, and from that, Baba said here that she won't just hear any old topic. Every time she, with her seva increase, that in Radha Mohan came new and new feelings, new and new waves of emotions. Is that correct, Gurudev?
Yeah, only she feels what I can make in use for service, she listens that. And other thing is useless. Like scripture say, Gram Katha na sunve. Means no listen the Gram Katha. So she is not interested in other topics. Only she is interested in the topic what is useful to serve my son.
And one thing I also feel that these old topics, if you have no bath, then you only repeat old topics. You have no feeling. And so you are not connected with Swamini. And she don't like to listen these old topics because you only repeat something from others. You are not online. You are like a recorder. So you have no feelings. You repeat these old topics, like old topics. But there is no feeling, no bath. So you need a bath to connect with Swamini. You have to be her shadow, what you read before. Then you feel her, the maidservant feeling her. And there are not old topics. No, they remember the feelings they have in the Leela. And this is a great difference than only repeat old topics without feeling. That's what I feel to this point.
Babaji comments, Mahaprabhu also did not hear from everybody. And now he cites Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 5. Whoever brought a song or a Sanskrit verse to Mahaprabhu first had to recite it to Svarup Damodar. And if Svarup approved of it, he would let Mahaprabhu hear it. If the song or text was not in good taste or was philosophically controversial, the Lord could not tolerate it and would be angry within his mind. Babaji explains, these confidential topics must be discussed in a group that is favorably disposed. While doing bhajan, the mind must meet the minds of the acharyas. Devotional service cannot be rendered while the mind remains in material consciousness. We must be able to exchange thoughts with each other. How pure the mind must be for that. Won't I become the way she, to whom I have given my life, wants me to be? O Swamini, then you will not have any secrets for me anymore. Won't I become the way that she, to whom I have given my life, wants me to be, O Swamini? Then you will not have any secrets for me anymore. For attaining Radharani's service, the devotee must give his whole mind to her, giving up everything else. Shri Raghunath's mind is the kingdom of transcendental pastimes. Standing before Swamini, he or she says, "Look, I will adorn your lowered shoulders with this jasmine garland." Radha and Shyam keep their arms on each other's shoulders. That's why their shoulders are low. How sweetly and expertly they shuffle with their feet. When Shyam places his left arm that is so long that it reaches down to his knees on Srimati's left shoulder during the rasa dance, he extends it so far that he can touch her left breast. But Swamini slaps him on the hand to stop him from such naughty acts. They relish each other's sight from the corners of their eyes, and their arms are studded with goose pimples. Gauri, golden Swamini, and blackish Shyam have low shoulders because of their meetings. Tulasi says, Shyam is set alight by the fire of abundant lust, and you extinguished that fire.
You make the fire and so on. And Krishna is mad in that fire. Right? And also,
He's saying that Shyam is on fire by desire and that Radha satisfies that desire.
yeah. Yeah.
And of course, we know only Radha can satisfy this desire.
Yeah.
None of the other gopis. So once again, Krishna, whose all desires are fulfilled, has one more desire, which is to be together with Radha, and only she can fulfill that desire. Shri Ramananda Rai told Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is in Madhya Leela 8, not even 1 billion gopis can extinguish the blazing fire of Krishna's lusty desires, but Radhika can. So from this we can understand Shri Radha's glories. Babaji comments now, blessed is this maidservant. How much ras she makes Swamini relish while serving her. This cannot be experienced without allegiance, without loyalty to Srila Rupa and Srila Raghunathas Goswami. Shri Narottam Das Thakur sings, all glories to Sanatana and Rupa Goswami, the wells of nectar of loving devotion. The mind should be immersed in that as well. So the point is that Tulasi is able to, through her service, increase the emotional flavor that Radha tastes, that she relishes, and this lets her satisfy the desire of Krishna, which is not satisfied by any other. It's through the service of the Manjari that she is able to give pleasure, to give happiness to her Mohan. And to understand this, we must follow clearly the Guru Parampara, starting with Rupa Goswami, starting with Chaitanya and Rupa Goswami and Sanatana and Raghunath Das Goswami. While Tulasi hangs the garland around Swamini's neck, she reminds her of her past sports with Shyam, saying, if Shyam was now embracing you, there would be no need and no chance anymore for me to put this garland on. After adorning Srimati with the flower garland, Tulasi places a big jeweled mirror before her and says, hey, Shyamaju, just see now how I decorated you. Swamini is enchanted when she sees her sweet reflection in the mirror and proudly says, Tulasi, you really know how to make Krishna enjoy. Even when he sees me without makeup, he becomes enchanted. So I cannot imagine how he will feel when he sees this extraordinary beauty. Everything will be wasted when my hero cannot enjoy all this. So it's Tulasi who is responsible for making Radha attractive to Krishna by increasing the relish. And this is in the absence of Krishna. It's very sweet. It's very sweet that she said, if Krishna were hugging you, then I would not be able to put the garland on your neck. It's only when Krishna is somewhere else, when there's a longing, when there's a separation, only then can I increase your relish. Only then does your ras increase. In this way, says Babaji, Swamini speaks out her heart to Tulasi in so many ways. Suddenly, the vision ends. And Sri Raghunath Das laments and prays as follows. O artistic queen of the Rasa dance, Shri Radhe, by your mercy, Madana Mohan can hold you around the neck during the luscious Maharasa Leela, as you both dance in the middle of the Rasa circle. O Radhe, during this erotic pastime, Rasa pastime, your Lord became known as the brightly shining full moon of lust. Who knows the glory of your neck and of your special sweet attributes? I will hang a sweet jasmine garland that is surrounded by a swarm of buzzing bumblebees around that neck, and thus make it even more splendid. Sridas Goswami prays, I will stay at your feet and render so many kinds of service. That's the end of the commentary of verse 44. As always, it's very nice to remember when we read these sweet Leelas that the bodies of Radha and Mohan in the forest, in the Vrindavan forest, are not material bodies. They're made of feeling, of emotion, of love. So every time we hear or read a description of body or body parts, like arms, we know that these are feelings. If we think this way, then imagining Krishna with his arms around Radha, and Radha with her arms around Krishna, and the garland around the neck, we can understand the weaving together of emotions, the highest emotions. Oh, here comes a question in the chat. Maybe Gurudev can answer. Does Chaitanya have knee-length arms?
Chaitanya has
Knee-length arms. So we read a little earlier that he had his arms down to his knee.
yes.
Is that a detail related to the embrace?
He tell some words are cutting, voice are cutting.
Why does Chaitanya have long arms? That is the question. I tried to find.
What do you find?
I tried to find the text where he's talking about the long arms. Can someone help me?
long arm also. Krishna has long arm.
Yes.
How you reach that he from left hand he increased to body of Radhika. That is you find something.
No, I can't find Gurudev. I'm sorry.
Oh, I find here on the page 179.
Thank you.
Can I read? No.
Of course.
So, how sweetly and expertly they shuffle with their feet. When Shyama places his left arm that is so long that it reaches down to his knee, on Srimati's left shoulder during the rasa dance, he extended so far that he can touch her left breast. But Swamini slaps him on the hand to stop him from such naughty acts.
So it's not Chaitanya who has the long arms, it's Krishna. And the long arms let him touch Radha in a way that she then says no to in the play of attraction. He comes toward her with the hands, and she says no. And this will increase the desire as part of the lila while they're dancing. Is there other sharing or questions?
There is one beautiful topic in this, what you just read. Won't I become the way she wants me to be? Oh, Swamini. Won't I become the way she wants me to be?
Wow. Beautiful.
This, I feel that this is the way so that Swamini can trust me fully.
Wow.
And then we can also understand what is the meaning of old topics. If we are ready that she makes me how she likes and not how I like, how I like, then she will put this in my heart to remember her on these leelas. Because everything is inspired by her. Like we know that Rupa needs the inspiration of Mahaprabhu. Without Mahaprabhu's inspiration, he cannot do what he did. These feelings he got by Mahaprabhu. And even the topics they are discussing very privately with Damodar Priya and others. They are infused in their hearts by Swamini's mercy. And so, because she infused it in their hearts, they infuse it in her heart so that she can listen. Right, Gurudev?
Yeah.
This is not that it's origin from our side. It's from her side. She is inspiring. And so that we can repeat and we can enter in this feeling. But it all comes from her.
Even we get the Sarup, another thing, is also inspired by Radhika to the Dasi of her, and she relies and she gives everything. What is coming from her.
This is the, won't I become the way she wants me to be? I have to surrender fully to her lotus feet. Then I'm ready to get this inspiration from her. And with this inspiration, again, I repeat this inspiration towards her. And so that she gets inspired. That's a miracle. Like we know that to bring Mohan again to consciousness, a Manjari has to sing about the glories of Radhika. She cannot sing about her own glories. So she teaches the Manjari on a secret place in Govardhan, in a cave, all these beautiful songs. So that in that moment it's needed. The Manjari can sing this song towards Mohan to awaken him again from his faint. Of what is it, feigning?
Yes.
So again, we can see it's inspired by Radhika. It's all, she is the teacher. And if our heart is free from all of our selfish ideas, then we are ready to become taught by her. We cannot put some selfish things in that, because then we will disturb the Leela. And the Leela is the most holy thing that exists. Leela is the kingdom of love and feeling, exchange of love and feeling. So we cannot disturb this by own ideas. So we have to become the way she wants me to be. We have to think about this, how she wants me to be, not how I want to be.
Yeah.
What is her desire? How can I serve her so that she can make Mohan happy?
Yeah. I can serve her that she can make Mohan happy. Wow. But I serve her that she can make Mohan happy. Wow, very nice. This is meditation. Uddhavji is coming soon, Vrindavan.
Oh, wow. When you are going?
Radha Kripa. Next week. Next week.
Oh my God, wow.
I will take you all with me in my suitcase.
Always. together in my heart for helping me to serve Radha.
This we do together, Gurudev. Look, there are 31 devotees with you this morning.
These Radha Krishna Ekatma. Those things are it. Remember?
Radha Krishna Mahatma,
Ekatma.
Ekatma, one soul.
Those days are it.
Radhe Radhe. Can I add something about this long arms of Mohan that we discussed a little bit few days ago in Vrindavan, when Gurudev very nicely explained this Angada, armlets on Radhika's left hand. And he said that Mohan also, because Radhika is always from left side of Mohana, and with his left hand he embraced Radhika and touched this Angada armlets on Radhika's left arm. And he explained that Angada means that you give yourself. You give yourself for the pleasure of your lover. So it's not something for your self-enjoyment. So to give the pleasure for Hari, for Mohan, without expecting anything from this for Radhika's self, for Radhika. So this is something also what can explain these long arms of Krishna, who can touch this Angada armlets, and that's increase their love and feelings.
This touch is giving happiness to Radhika, not to Krishna. Because this ornament is wearing Radhika. So she touched the Angada with long hand, but this Angada, the Manjaris are putting the place where the breast is there, left breast. So this Angada means Radhika is giving her Angada. You can show your right place with Angada. And then Krishna will touch you to make you happy. Radhika want to make happy to Krishna and Krishna make happy to Radhika. Krishna make happy to everyone, but Radhika can please only Krishna.
And this is Rasalasa, so this circle of emotion which is circulated between Radha and Mohana.
Jai Jai Shri Radha.